Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Movie Files. Elliot back again with my monthly movie and TV bucket list, and this time is for the month of March. Happy March to you all out there. This is where I break down all the new releases coming out for the new month, and for the month of March, we got a lot of stuff to look forward to, and I'm so excited to break it all down in this video for you all. But before we dive into it, as you can see on the screen now, make sure you're following me on all my other social media accounts, which you can find those links in the description below. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the community. Consider subscribing to the channel, and while you're at it, hit that notification bell. That way you can get the alert for when I drop new content. It would mean the world to me if you all can like this video and share the video. It helps out the channel a lot, but I also appreciate all the support. And in the comments below, it's a lot of stuff to look forward to in March, so let me know what are some movies, some shows that you're excited for, and let's discuss it in the comments below. So with that being said, let's get into some new releases coming to theaters as well as on VOD. Coming out this Friday, March 5th, we have Chaos Walking. Now, this film has had a troubled production, if you all do not know. This is the new sci-fi action film directed by Doug Liman. You have Daisy Ridley, Tom Holland, Matt Mikkelsen, Cynthia Erivo, and an incredible cast, ensemble cast, and the trailer was okay, but it's the cast that excites me. It's Doug Liman that excites me, and this film was supposed to come out 2 years ago, but it is coming out this Friday. I have been in contact with Lionsgate, and I'm hoping to check the film out pretty soon and give you all my early review for the film. But let me know, is this a chaos walking of a film? Let me know if you all are excited to check it out, coming out this Friday, March 5th. Moving on to the end of the month, coming to theaters only for now, and that is the new action film starring Bob Odenkirk. We have Nobody. Now, the trailer was okay. Again, it has the John Wickish type of vibes going on for it. But look, I'm a Bob Odenkirk fan. I like this genre when it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's kind of self-aware of what they're doing. But hopefully this has some nice action set pieces, some nice gun fu, a nice interesting story of sorts. But I'm not necessarily super excited for it. I'm intrigued about this film. And again, it's coming out to theaters only. Hopefully it'll come out on VOD sooner rather than later, because I'm not going to the theater anytime soon. But let me know if you are excited for Chaos Walking coming out March 5th, as well as Nobody coming out March 26th. So let's go on to the streaming services, starting off with the King of the Hill, and that is Netflix, which, looking at the list here, there aren't like big releases, but some things that have me intrigued. Starting off with which is coming out today, March 1st, and that is Biggie, I Got a Story to Tell. Now, this is going to be a docu-series following the career of Biggie Smalls. I'm a big fan of Biggie, grew up listening to his music. Bad Boys, him and Sean Combs, or P. Diddy at that time. But nonetheless, I've seen my fair share of docs about Biggie Smalls, movies involving his life. I'm intrigued to see what this story has to tell, maybe some things I didn't know about him, and diving more into his, beyond being a rapper. So I don't plan on watching it like right away, but I'll probably check it out by the end of the month. But let me know if you all are excited for the new Biggie Smalls docuseries coming to Netflix March 1st. Moving on to a comedy drama of sorts, we have Moxie, which is directed by Amy Poehler, and she's also in the film. I like her as a creative comedic actress, and I don't think I've seen a film of hers that she's directed, so I'm intrigued to see her directing sensibilities. But based on the trailer, it looks like a nice comedy YA film with a little bit of inspiration and things of that nature. So let me know if you all are excited for Moxie coming to Netflix March 3rd. Then this series here is something I'm a fan of, and that is March 10th. We have Last Chance U, the basketball edition. Now, if you all don't know, basketball is my first love. I love this series as a whole. I don't know if you all ever watched Last Chance U, the football editions. I love the stories. I love a good a second chance type of stories, whether they win, lose, you just seeing these people come together from all different walks of life. It's a really great show. And again, I'm a big basketball fan, so I'm intrigued to see what this basketball edition of Last Chance U has to offer coming out March 10th. Let me know if you all are fans of that series. Then speaking of series, we have March 26th, we have The Irregulars, which is a new supernatural mystery series involving young proteges of Sherlock Holmes. Now, from what I know, from what I saw from the teaser trailer, it didn't really excite me, but anything involving Sherlock Holmes, I tend to at least give it a chance. I was very pleasantly surprised by Enola Holmes on Netflix last year, and again, like I said, I'm a big Sherlock Holmes fan, so we'll see what this series has to offer. Let me know if you all are excited for The Irregulars coming out March 26th, and then rounding out the month for Netflix, we have Bad Trip, which is the prank film starring Eric Andre. You have Tiffany Haddish. This film, I believe, premiered at South by Southwest last year. It accidentally got leaked on Amazon last April, and then now it's bought by Netflix. So I know some people that have seen the film and they seem to enjoy it. Pranking movies, I used to watch Jackass back in the day, and I watch, the shows that involve pranking people and stuff like that, but we'll see. I might give it a shot, but let me know, number one, if you all have seen this film when it came out accidentally last year, and if you haven't seen it, let me know if you're excited for Bad Trip, coming to Netflix March 26th. Moving on to the big streaming service that is almost catching up to Netflix and subscribers, we're talking about Disney Plus, coming this Friday, March 5th. Which is bittersweet. We have the finale of WandaVision episode 9. If you all have been following this channel for a while, and particularly the last couple months, I have been covering the hell out of WandaVision. Every Friday we have 20, 30-minute movie reviews that I have breaking down each episode. Then the following Saturday, I have an incredible show that I love doing every single Saturday, and that's where I have a co-host with me, Amanda and Chris, and we have some incredible guests going 2-3 hours, dive into WandaVision, talking about the MCU. So expect a big review for the finale of WandaVision. We're also going to be doing, which I announced the other day, a watch along for the 9th episode of WandaVision. It's going to be Friday, and it'll probably be later that evening, somewhere around 8, 9 o'clock Eastern, or to say Central Time. So definitely join us in the watch along for WandaVision. And then that following day, I'll be back with my co-host with some very special guests, and I'm excited to announce pretty soon. So check me out on my Instagram to see who those guests are. But we will be doing a live WandaVision episode 9 full breakdown of the episode, and I cannot wait to talk about it, coming pretty soon. But coming out that same day, we have a film by the name of Raya and the Last Dragon, which is March 5th. Now, I know some people that have seen the film have spoke nothing but great things about it. I think the trailer looks great. I think the premise looks awesome. But $30, this is one of those films that's coming out in theaters as well as on Disney Plus this Friday. Look, I didn't spend $30 for Mulan. I haven't even seen Mulan yet, but I didn't spend money for that. I'm going to be transparent. I am not spending $30 for Raya and the Last Dragon, even though I've heard nothing but great things about it. You can give me, and these are my two favorite Pixar franchises, you can tell me that The Incredibles and Toy Story is having a crossover event on Disney Plus, and I have to pay $30 for it. I wouldn't pay $30 for that. I just don't want to pay $30 for a movie. That's just me personally. I reached out to Disney. Hopefully I can get a screener, give you all my thoughts. But besides that, I am not going to be seeing this film for $30 anytime soon. But that's just me. Let me know if you're all excited for this film. And if you're going to be paying $30, let me know. Let's have a discussion about it. But as we move forward, coming out March 19th, I should say, just got done talking about WandaVision. A week later, after we get the finale, or I should say 2 weeks later, we're getting the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Oh, I cannot wait for this series. This is one of my most anticipated projects of Phase 4. I'm excited to see more of Sam. I'm excited to see Bucky's continuation. We got Sharon Carter. We got Baron Zemo. We got Isaiah Bradley, the first Captain America, which happens to be black. I'm excited to explore that side of it. I'm excited to learn about U.S. Agent and all the stuff that the MCU has for us. It's supposed to be 6 episodes, close to about 45, 50-minute episodes. I can't wait. Very similar to WandaVision. I'm going to do reviews every Friday after the episode, and definitely going to be doing another live discussion with some potentially co-hosts, but definitely some special guests every single week, breaking this show down. Oh, I cannot wait for Falcon and Winter Soldier, coming to Disney Plus March 19th. Moving on to the other big streaming service, and that is Amazon Prime Video, coming out this Friday, March 5th. I'm a little nervous about this one. This is Coming to America, which is a follow-up to that 1988 classic comedy starring Eddie Murphy and an array of great comedians and great actors. Look, I'll say this. The positive side of this film for me is I think Eddie Murphy's at the point of his career where he doesn't just do projects just for the sake of it. I think that there's something to be said about him coming back to this franchise. There's some good comedic beats. There's a good story to be told. He worked with the director before with Dolomite Is My Name, which was one of my favorite films that year, so they have that chemistry together. So there's the positive sides. But the negative sides that get me a little bit afraid for this movie. I didn't like the trailer. Now, to be fair, trailers for comedies don't really mix that well because the jokes are out of context. It's all about timing, so you're watching like a quick clip of a joke that really doesn't play into the trailer. So I'll give the trailer that. But in regards to the story, he has a son that he didn't know he had. He had all these new characters that I'm kind of lukewarm on, like Tracy Morgan and Leslie Jones. I'm optimistic. I'm hoping it's good. I hope it's funny. I've reached out to Amazon. I'm planning to get a screener for it and give you all my thoughts on it early. But this is a classic. This is a film that's near and dear to my heart, the original 1988 coming to America. So fingers crossed this is going to be a surprise hit. But that is coming out this Friday, March 5th. Moving on to the end of the month, we have a new animated series, which is titled Invincible. I am really excited for this because I was actually going to read the comics. I have all the comics available digitally. About 6 months ago, I was going to read it because I've heard nothing but great things about it. But I was like, you know what? Let me just hold off on reading it. I want to go into this series kind of fresh. I don't want to know all the big reveals, very similar to what I did with The Boys and other comic book series like Doom Patrol, stuff like that, kind of the more obscure comic books and not the big DC Marvel stuff. So I got the first 3 episodes. I plan on watching it early. I have the Amazon screeners for it. The trailer was awesome. You have Steven Yeun, you have J.K. Simmons, and a great cast of voice actors. The trailer was awesome. It sounds awesome. I've heard nothing but great things about the comics, so I'm really looking forward to Invincible coming to Amazon March 26th, but expect some early reviews for that new animated show on this channel, Movie Files. Let me know if you all are looking forward to this new animated series. Wrapping things up with some other services, we have Hulu, which is the only big thing I saw is coming out this Friday, which is Boss Level. It's the kind of Groundhog's Day, John Wick again type of shoot-'em-up story. The trailer didn't really catch me. I like Frank Grillo. You have, Mel Gibson. I know some people that saw it a little bit early and had some mixed things to say about it, but we'll see. I'm not too excited about it, but let me know if you all looking forward to Hulu's Boss Level coming out this Friday. Wrapping it up with easily 2 of the biggest films coming out this month and also this year. Coming to HBO Max, first we have a series to talk about coming out March 11th, and that is Generation. The only person I kind of know from this cast is Justin Smith, but based on the trailer, it was giving me Euphoria vibes, this kind of coming-of-age story, which I'm a big fan of. I actually have the first 4 episodes that HBO sent me the other day, so I'm planning on checking that show out, but let me know if you all are excited for Generation. But the 2 big ones, starting off with March 18th, a film that was never supposed to see the light of day is finally coming out, and that is Zack Snyder's Justice League. I am really excited for this film. Look, I don't care. I don't care what you think. I am a Snyder fan. I love Dawn of the Dead, Watchmen, 300, and I am a fan of his DC Snyderverse. I love Man of Steel. I love BVS, not the theatrical version of the film, but the director's cut, the Zack Snyder's cut of BVS. And I'm excited for Justice League, man. If you know me, you know my love for DC. I am a DC fan at heart. I've read a lot of the comics growing up. I know that the DCEU is like a roller coaster up and down, and the Snyderverse has its pros and cons. And even going to Zack Snyder, like I mentioned, I'm a big fan of his work, but I can admit, not all his stuff works. He can paint a perfect picture in regards to sometimes he decides to go with style over substance sometimes, and then when he's the writer of some of his scripts, the stories aren't always that cohesive. But I like Zack Snyder. I'm looking forward to this 4-hour cut of this film, diving deeper into the lore and the mythology of Darkseid and Steppenwolf, and obviously all the superheroes of Trinity, and seeing more of the Justice League, and seeing Manhunter and maybe a Green Lantern. Look, when it comes to coverage for Zack Snyder's Justice League, expect a spoiler-free review, probably a character breakdown, Easter egg breakdown video. We're going to definitely do a watch along, probably split that into 2 days because it's a 4-hour film, but I'm really excited for it. It can be great, it can be terrible, but I will be covering it here on this channel come March 18th. The Snyder Cut is finally here, ladies and gentlemen. So let me know if you all are excited about that film. Let's have a discussion about it. And now another literally gigantic film involving 2 iconic characters. We have Godzilla versus Kong coming out March 31st. I'm kind of hot or cold about the MonsterVerse. There's some things I like about it. 2014's Godzilla. We have Kong Skull Island, which was beautiful to look at. It has some cool action set pieces. My favorite out of the MonsterVerse is probably Godzilla King of the Monsters, because I saw that in theaters. Those action set pieces, even though they were mostly filmed in the dark, and I didn't really none of the films have good stories involving the actual human elements of the film, but 2 things that really get me excited. Number 1, the trailer was awesome. And then when it comes to who's directing this film, Adam Wingard, I'm a big fan of his work, whether it be Your Next, The Guest. I think he's a great director. And some stuff he said recently gets me really excited for this film. Number 1, there will be a winner. He said there will be a definitive winner of this fight, which gets me excited. I love these 2 kaiju monsters. I'm a big fan of them growing up. And then number 2, he said that when it comes to the humans, they're not going to be the big focal point. Now, of course, we're going to get, it's a great cast. Millie Bobby Brown, you have Alexander Skarsgård, you have Rebecca Ferguson, you have Kyle Chandler. It's a great cast, don't get me wrong. but less of them, more of the kaiju. Sign me up. March 31st, very similar to Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'll probably be doing a spoiler review, a spoiler-free review, a watch-along, the whole 9 yards. I'm excited for this fight of these kaiju monsters coming out March 31st. Last but not least, we have Apple TV Plus. We have a film coming out March 12th, and that is Cherry. Don't have that much to say about it because I actually saw the film. I've reviewed the film. You can check it out on the channel to get my full thoughts. But that is the Tom Holland led film, also co-starring Sierra Bravo and directed by the Russo brothers. Again, check out my review. You can see if I liked it, if I didn't like it. But again, Cherry will be available on Apple TV Plus come March 12th. Check it out, or check out my review and let you know if it's worth checking out. But that is the last thing I have on my list. Again, we talked about streaming services. VOD was coming out to theaters as well as new series. So in the comments below, let's have a discussion about it. What new movie, what new show are you most excited for? What new movie or show you're most excited for me to review? What watch along are you looking forward to the most? Let's have a dialogue about it in the comment section. As always, make sure to like the video, share the video, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and come join this awesome community, as well as hit the notification bell. That way you can get the alert for all my new reviews, all my new watch alongs, live streams, all the fun things we do on this very channel. Hope you all have a fantastic March. I'm excited for this month. Hope you all are staying safe. We'll see you on the next video.